Okay, here's my review of War of the Worlds. Not a review of the movie, because it's not a movie, but as a product, a plastic product that was made for us to consume. Because you can't really review a Big Mac. If you gave a Big Mac to a nutritionist, they would say, there's nothing there. I can't, there's nothing to say. Or as I once famously said, you can't poke holes in it, because in order to poke holes in something, there has to be substance around it. So I'm mainly going to talk about how I'm pretty sure it was written by CGI, by ChatGPT, and how it's just a product that Amazon just cynically expected people to digest, to eat, as though it was a Big Mac. But first I have to get out of the way some thoughts about Ice Cube. It's a necessity. For you younglings out there, Ice Cube began as a rapper in a band called NWA. N-word with an attitude, N-words. And he actually was never a gangster. Not that that gives him any less credibility. But, I'm 47, right? And I'm watching, I don't know, way back when, 20 years ago, I'm watching the MTV Movie Awards. And Jack Black won an award for School of Rock. So Jack Black goes up on the stage with all these little children, all the kids that were in the movie, right? Children. And Ice Cube comes up right after him. And right in front of all these children, he just goes onto the microphone and goes, mother effing, bitch, blah, blah. And he's still using all these fucking swear words. It's funny how I just said effing and then fucking. And I'm like, you knew there were children in the room, and you still said all these disgusting swear words. Like, you ignorant POS. So that was when I lost all respect for Ice Cube. And that's what, when I lose respect for an actor, I can't watch them in movies anymore. But then there was another incident a few years ago when that annoying guy Bill Maher, he used the word house N-word, and there was all this controversy about him using that term. Uncle Tom, basically. But he said the N-word. House N-word. And then Ice Cube went up on, onto his show, and Ice Cube goes, yo, man, when you use words like that, when you use that word, like the N-word, that's like knives, man. It's like knives. And he's giving him a dressing down, Bill Maher, about using bad words. So then I went to a friend's house, and the friend of mine was a huge hip-hop fan, and I told him about that. And I said, what pisses me off about that is he's making a good point. You shouldn't use the N-word, but you're the wrong person to do it. Because how many times, because he's written so many provocative lyrics in his music. I bet you he's made fun of Jewish people. I bet you he's made fun of everything. And my friend, he's like, oh my God. He's like, yeah, he goes, I've just lost all respect for him. He goes, there's this song that Ice Cube has called No Vaseline, where he trashes Jews, he trashes everybody. And he's like, yeah, you're right. What a hypocrite, what a loser. The song is called No Vaseline because he's saying that when he anally has his way with you, he's not even going to use Vaseline, so it'll hurt. So maybe he's not the person to be lecturing on etiquette. Or more particularly on hate speech. Anyway, so I haven't watched War of the Worlds. Because you can't watch this movie. It's not a movie. I've watched reviews of this movie by a lot of reviewers who never trash movies. And one of them said, this is the only time I've ever trashed a movie. I'll always say, maybe if this is for you, this is the only time I've ever trashed a movie. And then another reviewer said, this is the only movie where I actually had to stop watching it. And I'm actually reviewing it, but I had to stop watching it. And then another reviewer mentioned how there's multiple ad placements for Amazon. So like what do I got to do? You got to buy you a $1,000 Amazon gift card. So there's that. Like they mentioned Amazon gift cards like 3 times. And I don't know, they just keep mentioning Amazon. And Amazon's the one that made this stupid movie, right? So it's really just a commercial for Amazon. The special effects are apparently terrible. So they didn't spend any money on it. And it's done in a found footage way, so they didn't spend any money on it. It's just, found footage, like basically Ice Cube talking to the camera and looking through, spying on people through his computer. And regarding this movie being written by CGI, even if it wasn't, it might as well have been, because apparently the plot is just so bad that we're at the point now where ChatGPT could write this screenplay. So I wonder if this is Amazon's first real attempt to make a movie with no writer, just using ChatGPT for no money, except for like whatever, $100,000 for Ice Cube, because he's probably not that wealthy anymore. Like let's make a movie in one day. It'll cost no money. We'll make it in one day. And we'll shovel it out. And we'll just see if we can if it's zero budget, it's a guaranteed success. It's just crap. And somebody will watch it. And just a little factoid for the younglings out there. War of the Worlds was originally like a radio play done by this famous guy named Orson Welles, who made a movie later called Citizen Kane, which is considered to be the best movie of all time, not because it's the best movie of all time, but because it does the most things that can be taught in film school. Like it basically does everything, so you can teach everything about film by viewing that film and pointing the things they're using. And at the time that it was broadcast on the radio, people thought it was a real news story. So everybody panicked and thought aliens were actually invading. So that was a big event that happened in history. But this movie is a very good example of how you can review a movie without watching it. And I'm sick of people saying, you didn't even see it, how can you review it? Well, I can. I only need to see one Michael Bay movie in order to review all of his movies. And you know what? I'm happy. I'm happy about this because writers, ChatGPT, it can write crap. But it's not, I don't think it'll ever be at the level where it can write real art. So, they're screwed. Like, this is just, it's just going to be this with ChatGPT. Now you can tell me what you think, and have a wonderful day.